Alright, haulers. Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. So we are, and it is a bright, beautiful evening here in the UK. And we are on our way to pick up a roller heading south to Cambridge. And the reason we're heading south is because we need to start making our way south and west. I'm sure you guys will know the answer why. But if you don't, we have some new stuff to explore here pretty quick. Obviously, when this video comes out, we'll be pretty close to... Oh, going in the second lane there. It always freaks me out for whatever reason when I first get up to these after not playing in it for a long time. Also, I need to move over, so that's kind of a problem. Off to a swell start, isn't it? Oh, boy. Let me grab this trailer, and we'll be back in just a minute. Alright, let's go ahead, let's get ourselves hooked up to this. Now, before we do go any further, I do want to give you guys a huge thank you for all of the support that you guys have given me over the last week or so on the new flashing light series, especially since I've actually been sick, so I've been away for a couple of weeks by the time this goes up. And I'm starting to feel way better. I'm able to record now, which is awesome. Still dealing with a cough, but I don't know if it's from being sick the second time or the first time, because many of you guys will probably know I was still struggling with a cough way back the first time. And I forgot you have to go really slow with this truck, otherwise it does not like to hook up. See if we can notch in. There we go. Pull this stuff up, and I do have my beacons on just because we are in a facility. Obviously, as soon as we're off the facility, then I will turn them off and lights on for safety. I don't know if that's a UK thing too, but we do that here in the US, so I'm going to go ahead and do it anyways. Can't ever be safe enough. But nevertheless, yeah, like I said, huge thank you to all you guys for that. It definitely means a lot. And a huge warm welcome to all you guys that have joined and subbed and all that stuff. I'm very excited to see some level of growth after being kind of not stagnant for a while, but very much in a steady downfall because I hadn't really put enough time into this. And now that I'm putting time back into it, I've started fresh and I'm able to put out the content I want to put out. It's or at least to an extent. Obviously there's stuff I want to do beyond this, but still it's very exciting to see all that new stuff. So I'm definitely happy to have all you guys aboard, and I hope you guys enjoy what you see. I really do. But outside of that, I am recording this the day after Thanksgiving, and when I say day, it's only been a few hours. This is very early in the morning for me. But for my American friends, if there are any watching, how was your Thanksgiving? But the reason I want to bring this up, because it's pretty funny, I've noticed this trend of foreigners, so anyone who's in Europe or anywhere outside of the US, they don't understand the whole thing about, well, it's become a joke about how Americans get together on Thanksgiving and because they hate their families or something like that. And the whole idea that Thanksgiving typically results in people dealing with people they don't like, and it's funny to me to see people's reactions to it. It really is. But the thing is you know, Thanksgiving is the time where, it's one of the times of the year where everyone gets together, usually. In my case, that's not the case. It's just my close family, so parents or siblings or anything like that. I don't ever really go to see my grandparents anymore just because of distance and stuff like that. But it's funny seeing everyone's reactions and thoughts about the fact that we have people in our lives we don't like. But the thing is you can't tell me that there's not one person in your family you don't get along with. I mean, there's always going to be someone. And oftentimes Thanksgiving, especially here in the US, between politics and everything else we've got going on, to have a conversation with your family, it's tough to not cover a very divisive topic. So that's a lot of why there's such an issue in the first place. So if that clears it up a little bit. But it's been a joke in the US too. It's not like we go to meet people just because we hate them. It's just trying to catch up with family or things like that. And it's just a side effect. You always end up seeing or dealing with people you don't like anyways. But it's just funny to me. So I want to hear from you guys who are from Europe or from anywhere else, like outside of the US. What are your thoughts on, obviously, Thanksgiving? I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of fat jokes. I was just joking with someone that the holidays in the US now, a significant majority of them are just an excuse to stuff our face and be fat. There's no doubt about it. I mean, obviously there's meaning behind them, but we're to a point, I think, in our lives where, or at least I am personally, where some of the meaning's been lost to time. I don't know. But it's just funny to me. And there was a lot of really funny things too on Twitter that came out of it. I was just sitting on there looking at something, and all of a sudden it popped up in my trending things to stuff besides the turkey. I was like, oh god, I have to look at this. And so many good responses. It was hilarious. I was like expecting it to be bad, but it was really funny. It was really, really funny. So it's just stuff like that. It's awesome. That's anyone, I don't know. I just find it funny. I can't put words to it. I thought it was hilarious. Especially since a lot of the responses I saw weren't American either. They were foreign. Oh, speed camera. Let's try not to get a ticket. I do apologize for the fact that I'm clearing my throat so much, but like I said, I'm still dealing with some of being sick, so do mind that. But with this flashing light series, with stuff like that, I do want to ask you guys, is there any other games you want to see? I know I've had people ask for Keep the Peace, which I would love to do on the second channel, which if you haven't seen yet, definitely go check that out. I post a ton of stuff over there for city builders and that sort of thing, so if you like that, that's the place to go. But over there, I've got Transport Fever 2 coming as well. The thing is with the main channel, this one, I'm trying to limit how much I post. Obviously, I'm posting almost daily now, which is enough for one channel, let alone two. And it's a lot of work. People don't understand what goes in behind the scenes. So, but just keep that in mind before you go yelling at me to play this or that. I'm asking, and there's no promise I'm going to do it. I just want to hear what people's thoughts are. I want to have that conversation. No promises. That's all I'm saying. But there is one thing that I want to talk about that I've heard a ton about, and I've had people reach out to me about, and that's COPPA. So if you haven't seen it, which honestly you'd have to live under a rock, I think, not to see it, YouTube and the FTC are basically having some kind of fight about child's privacy rights, I think is what it is, on YouTube and stuff like that. YouTube and Google, its parent company, lost a lawsuit against the FTC, and due to those changes, something they're doing is anytime I upload a video or any other creator on the site uploads a video, you have to mark it as directed at kids or not. I don't remember the exact terminology. Don't take what I say here as precise on anything, because I'm just going off the top of my head. I might get something wrong, so just do bear with me. But that's the basis of it, is they're trying to separate out content that is meant for kids. So in a very blatant case, that would mean a child's cartoon channel versus, say, a channel dedicated to military videos where people are getting like the realities of war, like Funkers 530, where they post real videos of horrible things that happen in war. That's clearly not a kid's thing. That's not meant for kids to watch. And so they're trying to differentiate that, because under COPPA, there's certain things you have to follow where you can't collect data on people or like kids under the age of 13. Or I think it's 13 and under. So basically what happened is YouTube screwed up, and now creators are paying the price for it in some ways. But I want to address something that's concerning to me, and it's the first time that I've really seen fear-mongering, like, on another level. A lot of people have the right to be afraid, yes, because right now the biggest issue is that there are a lot of channels that fall under this kind of weird gray area, where their channel isn't directed at kids, but it could be construed as kids-directed content. I think in some ways I fall under that. I don't swear as a ton. I do in some videos, and that's just because that's me. And my channel is not directed at people 13 and under. I mean, I wouldn't want anyone younger than maybe 16 watching this channel. I mean, and that's already... Yeah, thank you, dude, for moving over. That's already... I honestly would say 18 and up. You know, I don't aim this channel at kids, but because I play simulation games, I play farm sim, or I play things like that, it might be something that attract that kid audience, and that would be something that they could come back and say, oh, so this video is directed at kids. And that's the thing, is YouTube, for those of us that post videos, we have a little thing that we have to check. If you don't check it by a certain date, YouTube will check it for you. And the reason for that is because the YouTube has the follow COPPA. That means channels that are directing videos at kids, those videos cannot have targeted ads, they cannot have comments, they cannot have anything like that because of like the lawsuit. And so they're trying to differentiate out that content so that they can put those things into action. And a lot of people are afraid, people who do animation in general or things like that. And yes, they have the right to be, and I think the word should be spread. You know, if you have thoughts on COPPA, then do reach out to the FTC. Obviously, right now, more than ever, we need to be mature, we need to be responsible, we need to not reach out and say, you know, what the fuck you doing, and blah, 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 blah. That's not gonna help. Right now, we need to be the bigger person and show them that we're not just a bunch of people who are trying to do horrible things. Because you got to remember, the people that run the FTC, not all of them are up to date with what's happening. But I've seen this trend of people who are posting updates and saying like, oh, this is how this could affect you, and this and that. And the biggest thing for me is I'm seeing two things. I'm seeing people who are fear-mongering with scary-looking titles or scary-looking this or that, and trying to scare people into thinking that all their stuff's going to get taken down and blah, 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 because one of the risks is a fine and stuff like that, which obviously is not good. But I've seen very few channels that are posting any content on this with hard fact. I've seen a lot of people making some very big claims and not having the information to back it up. And between that, I do want to say, you know, there's 7 billion videos on YouTube or something like that, and even, let's say, you know, half of that or even less than that, like, what is it? Oh, you know what? Colonel Failure. I think Colonel Failure tweeted about this earlier too. I think he said 1/100th of that, so 700,000, say 700,000 people don't mark their content properly. That's 700,000 legal notices that the FTC has to go through anyways. That's a lot. Do you really, like, I don't think the FTC is going to just start attacking people. I will say I'm disappointed in what the FTC is doing and how they're handling it. Their whole comment, I mean, if you watch the stream, they say in words, you know, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. The barrel is YouTube and the fish are the creators. That's fucked up. There's no other way to describe it. That's fucked up. And I'm not okay with that. If you're gonna threaten me like that, then you better watch out. Honestly, if they want to come after me, they can come after me. I'm gonna create with or without YouTube. I don't care. And if YouTube's just gonna hang me out to dry, then whatever. And the thing is too, is YouTube is handling it very much. They've thrown creators under the bus. They're trying to play it off like they're trying to help creators, but the way they're doing things, they've straight up thrown creators under the bus, and I'm very disappointed in that. But I want to make it clear that I'm not afraid. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep creating this content. It doesn't matter what I need to do. I'm going to try and follow the law the best I can, obviously. You know, I'm not here to break laws. I will say this too. The whole law is that we can't collect data on those kids. Guess what? Creators don't collect that data. YouTube does. We don't, like, yes, we get analytics, but the way that we get, like, analytics, so it telling us who our demographic is and blah, 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 is YouTube takes and records data from its users and then passes it on to us. we are not directly in control of the data YouTube pulls, which means YouTube itself should be responsible, not the creators. Sorry for the voice crack. It's just frustrating to me to see the whole thing, but I want to make it very clear, I'm not afraid by any means. Obviously, am I concerned? Yeah. Does it scare me? No. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. My channel is marked appropriately, and I'm just gonna keep handling it as I need to, you know? That's all you can really do. And I've said it to a few people. The only thing that will really tell us what's gonna happen with COPPA is time. That's it, you know? I think it goes into effect this year, January 2020. So all we can do is wait, see what happens, and run with it as it happens. I mean, that's literally what YouTube is. YouTube is not stable by any means. You know, posting on YouTube is a giant gamble. And it's a big risk for a lot of creators. And I want to say this right now. If you have a creator that you love, that you want to support, now more than ever is the time to do it. Whether it's financially or by simply saying, hey, you know, you're doing a great job, keep it up, leaving a like, doing stuff like that, helping them grow to where they can keep some kind of financial, you know, bed under them, because it's gonna be a rocky road for a little bit. I mean, but that's just the nature of doing YouTube. And I think a lot of people that watch YouTube take that for granted. I know I did for a long time. You know, when I started posting videos, it felt like I had misunderstood so much. I mean, it's taken me years to learn and understand how the algorithm, at least a basic understanding of how the algorithm functions, what the behind the scenes looks like, and how to work with those things. And also, you know, as a creator, when your life is reliant on, you know, a third party like YouTube and ads or stuff like that, and obviously a lot of creators are smart. They diversify. So they make merch or they make stuff like that. I would love to make merch, not to diversify, but because I've got designs that I've worked on for a long time that I want to be able to release, and now I have a platform to do it with. But, you know, outside of... Are you going to let me in? Is that what you're doing? Alright. I guess this guy's letting me in. Thank you, good sir. Appreciate it. But with YouTube and it being so variable all the time, the biggest thing is understanding that at least in a regular job, there's some level of certainty that when you wake up in the morning, you'll have a job to go into. Obviously, that's not 100% the case. I mean, we've all dealt with, or we've all seen, I know some people have directly dealt with, you know, layoffs or huge changes that completely screw over a company. I mean, I left a job I thoroughly enjoyed because they got rid of the entire reason I was there. And there's no point in me working there if I can't do what I need to do to be able to support myself and all that fun stuff. And with YouTube is way more variable in terms of, you know, at any point in time, we could literally wake up tomorrow and YouTube could be gone. You know, and when your whole livelihood depends on that, you gotta understand the stress that puts people under. You wonder why people like Anika, you know, Anika took his own life, and I'm sure part of that was due to the stress of trying to support himself in an ecosystem that does anything but help to support you, really. I mean, YouTube's ecosystem is not healthy for a lot of people. It's very tough. And so, like I said, now more than ever, if there's a creator you support, a creator you love, you know, do what you can to support them, and just keep pushing them in the right direction, because they'll need it. You know, it's being on YouTube is not easy. It's scary for a lot of people. Personally, I think I've just come to terms with the fact of, you know what, whatever happens. I'm gonna make content with or without YouTube. I'm gonna find a way to make this work. This is what I want to do. This is my dream job, and that's been the case for me since I was little. And, you know, honestly, I ignored it for a long time. I mean, I've discussed it before, I think, where, you know, graphic design, I was a very, I don't want to say super artistic kid when I was young, but when I was in elementary school and stuff like that, you know, I loved sketching. I loved doing stuff like that. And the only reason I stopped was because I got bullied so hard for it, you know? And it's the same thing with YouTube. No one takes it seriously until you bring home a paycheck. That's it. And the minute you bring home a paycheck, all they want is a piece of the action. That's really, like, that's what a lot of creators face, and it's disappointing. Whether that's from friends, whether that's from family, whether that's from outsiders, you never know. It's that kind of a situation. And I've had people in my life too that, you know, people who I thought were good friends that have stopped me from this because they thought it was stupid. They thought I wouldn't get anywhere. And honestly, just being able to be happy at the end of the day is all I want. And being able to post and interact with you guys and do that kind of thing, that's exactly what I get. I mean, obviously there's still stress involved, there's still stuff like that. But for the most part, you know, when I'm done making a video, I'm happy, I'm excited to post it. So, I guess that's that. And if you guys have anything that you want to do in life, don't listen to people who are naysayers. Don't just, like, let them get in your head. I know that's way easier said than done, and I've preached it before, but seriously, like, I have people in my life right now that don't care about what I'm doing, that don't believe in what I'm doing, and, you know, they never will. There's nothing you can change to get them to do that. But it's not about what they want. This is my life. This is what I want to do with it, and that's how you got to do it, you know? And at the very least, the nicest thing about being on YouTube is, you know, I hear from people like, oh, hey, you know, you gave me a distraction from this, or, you know, that sort of thing. And honestly, as the kid who spent, you know, a lot of my childhood on YouTube to get away from some really, we're gonna tip her. Ooh, man, that was close. Some really horrible shit. And, you know, that means a lot. It really does, to be able to make a difference in ways I didn't think possible. You know, especially, like, I was very much someone, I'm still very much someone where I want to be able to help people in some way, shape, or form, and to be able to be, like, there's two sides of me. There's the side of me that wants to be able to help people and guide them through horrible situations. That's why I joined the fire department, because it gave me the perfect outlet to do just that. And it offers a lot of learning that's really helpful in just a lot of things. And if you're anyone that's considering being a junior at a fire department or something like that, do it. Get a taste for it. See what it's like. You might just enjoy it. But there's the other side of me that wants to be artistic. I'm a very creative person, you know, between design and cinematics and all of these things. That was something that I always wanted to do, was be able to be creative and, you know, find some way to mix the two. And YouTube is literally that. You know, I make a video and it gives me the opportunity to be creative in a way, and I'm always learning new stuff with it too, so there's that bonus. And then to hear, hey, you know, you offered me a distraction from the horrible things that are going on, or, hey, I thought this was funny, thank you for cheering me up. That's huge. And no like amount of hatred will ever stop me from doing this, because the feeling of being able to do that is just awesome. So I thank you guys a lot for what you guys do. And the nice thing too is I've got a subset of people behind me which I've never met. I don't necessarily know what they look like. I've never met them in real life. They're across the world, Poland, the UK, you know, all over the place. And you know, they're super supportive of everything I do, and genuinely care about it, and are willing to support me when I'm struggling. It's this back and forth that's just awesome. It really is. And because of that, you know, whatever happens, happens. So that's my take on COPPA, really, is that whole thing. You know? COPPA is a speed bump. That's all it is. And that's not like, I'm not trying to say COPPA is a speed bump as in like, oh, I'm just going to ignore it and get on and we'll figure it out. No, like, obviously we have to follow these things and be up to date with it, but it's not going to stop me. I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not doing anything like that. So, yeah. I think I just want to give you guys, like, just be cautious when you hear some of these things, especially even from me. You know, there's a lot of people that like to scaremonger. I think, yes, we have a right to be concerned, but there's no reason to be afraid, because cowering to that kind of stuff in the first place it's like bowing down to a bully. You give them exactly the thing they're looking for, which is they want to see you hurt. Just don't do it. I would say the FTC can be a bully. They've done it in the past. You know, was it Ajit Pai, the guy that was there? He made that video mocking people who play games and stuff like that. It's just, that's childish, and you know what? I will say this, the response to it was pretty immature too on the YouTube side. That's why I'm saying, if you have an issue, speak up and be mature about it. Don't go spamming them with, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Like, back up your voice, give yourself proper, like, put proper information in there, be professional about it, be mature. It's really not that hard, because any sort of provoking or attacking is going to do nothing to help our cause. It gives them a high ground that they don't need nor deserve in this kind of situation. So just be careful of that. And like I said, don't believe everything you hear, and that goes for what I say too. Don't believe everything I say. You know, make your own opinion. That's the best way to get through shit. Make your own opinion. But I guess that is that. I want to hear what you guys' thoughts are, and you know, I know it's not going to help for me to say try and be respectful in the comments, but you know, respectful discussion is the way to go with these sorts of things. Just attacking people doesn't make much sense. It really doesn't. So just keep that in mind. I'm gonna let this car go first, and then we'll go. God, I was concerned this whole time that I was gonna forget that I was in the UK and I have to drive on the quote-unquote wrong side of the road. I know it's not the wrong side of the road for them, but it is for me. And I just got done recording American Truck Simulator 2, which is gonna be weird because some of the stuff I talked about it in, or what was that sentence? I talked about it in? No, that was right, wasn't it? I don't know. I just need English lessons. Actually, fun fact, I had to go through speech therapy when I was younger. I don't remember what exactly it was. I had some issue with my tongue, I think is what it was, when I was born. I think it was that the bottom of my tongue wasn't fully disconnected, so I couldn't, like, lift it up. And because of that, if I wanted to try and say, like, I think what I was told was apple would be like apu. Like, I couldn't get the word out, which is kind of funny. So fun fact, I have actually been through speech therapy. It clearly didn't work. I still can't talk. And it's been years. Honestly, it must be in a decade, because that was when I was super little. So, I guess I just need to go back to school, get some English lesson. English? Wow, okay. That's it. I'm quitting. Now I'm quitting YouTube. I'm not quitting YouTube because of COPPA. I'm quitting YouTube because I can't speak anymore. Oh my god, what a nightmare. Although the nice thing is YouTube gives me a place to fail and fail hard, but people find it funny, so it kind of works out. It's a win-win. I don't know if I was supposed to go on that and do it that way, but that's okay. Ah, you suck. I was hoping I could beat the light. But yeah, like I said, you know, let me know what you guys' thoughts are. I want to, I want to not have a voice crack. I want to be the age I am and not 12. But yeah, obviously it's a little scary for a lot of people. I've definitely seen a huge uproar in the community about it, but I mean, all you can do is take it as it comes, and that's what she said. Let's not kill these people. Go, you dumb-dumbs. Oh, I'm gonna get a freaking ticket for this shit, too. Honestly, I was just talking in American Truck Sim about this, too. SCS needs to fix that. I don't understand the whole stopping when you put your turn signal on thing. Just get out of my way. I guess that's maybe, like, not even... I guess that's a UK thing, too. It's not, like... In the US, we don't... Like, I guess it's about being polite in Europe. in the US, we're like, get the fuck out of our way. We have things to do, places to be, just move. So, if that's the case, I want to hear that. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are on that, too. Would you stop for someone if they're like that? I mean, if they're very clearly waiting to get in somewhere, like if it's a delivery to a private homeowner or something, then maybe. But not... I don't know about that. Stopping in the middle of the road, like a busy... busy two-way business road. Do you want to shift into reverse, please? Thank you. We'll go ahead and back this thing in. And I am also working with new settings on my microphone. Hopefully it'll be a little easier. I've noticed I've been peaking without realizing it. And so I'm trying to make it so that it's a little more calm and a little more smooth, because obviously listening to someone peak in your ear constantly isn't very fun. Also, that quote taken out of context would be hilarious too. Let's go ahead, let's drop this, and we'll be right back. Alright, that's dropped. Let us go park up for the night. That was a nice, easy trip. But we need to take our break before we go any further. Anyone coming? Nope. I think I turned my high beams on. No. Sorry, dude. But yeah, if you guys have anything else you want to talk about too, you can find the link to the Discord in the notifications. I just actually had a stroke. You can find the Discord link, the invite link, in the description below. And that is the perfect place to hang out, have a chat. I will say it's been pretty active lately. It's the first time I can really say that. It's been awesome, nice. It's so nice having people just chatting, especially when like I'm not around. And it's a really fun group of people. So if that's something that you want to be a part of, definitely join the Discord. And if you're in the Discord too, I do also have a thing set up that will automatically post any new videos on both channels. So if you would like notifications that are silent and that you don't have to worry about lighting up a bright red notification, then that's the way to do that. I might set it up so that it will alert people, but if you want that, you can always set that up on YouTube. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you didn't, you know what to do. If you really, really liked it, feel free to subscribe. Obviously, there's more of this coming. Oh, excuse me. Well, there will be if I can get past this burp. Holy. But yeah, so there's all that stuff. You can find me on socials at LonghaulerGMG on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. I have my Patreon linked down below too if you'd like to support me outside of liking, commenting, that sort of thing. But please do go ahead, like, comment, sub, however you prefer. It does actually make a difference. And definitely let me know what you guys' thoughts are in the comments. I want to have a conversation. That's why I'm here. That's why I do this stuff. So, definitely do that. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.